So straight off the bat, there's something wrong with this image. People would look at this and think, oh yeah, all these ropes and pullers and things are to be moving this huge block over on the left there. But what's actually going on is that they're just mooring a giant ship, right, and making sure it doesn't go anywhere. What they've put that block in there for, I've got no idea, but it's resting on some bits of wood, some sticks basically compared to it, and that's just completely impossible. But they wouldn't be able to move a block like that anyway. We can't move a block like that now, and certainly not off sand. So that's the start of this. All these images are all just artworks by I don't know who, but they had a good imagination, or is it a bad imagination? Because they've drawn images like this, and this is meant to be the St. Petersburg column, which is estimated to be 700 tons. Well, if you look into by yourself, you can go research what it takes to move 700 tons and how, you know, what kind of job it is and how long it takes with today's technology. Then you'll know that this is a lot of crap, right? Especially when they're building a ramp made out of wood, you know, and they think that they can raise it up there. Yeah, whatever. So that's just artwork. It's certainly not a picture, is it? It's artwork. Just like many of these are actually pictures, made artwork made to look like pictures. It looks here like they're making out that this is the Alexander column again. So how they managed to get it off this barge that seemed to sink, I've got no idea. But this would be an intensive job. Even with today's technology, I don't even think that we could do it from where it's positioned. It would just cost too much. It'd be too hard to move it from there, right, if it didn't break. Okay? And, well, they've really gone too far with this picture. Or have they? Right? Because in this image, this is again the Alexander column, but it looks like it's see-through. It looks like it's actually a frame. Yes, there's scaffolding there, but they're actually building something in the middle of it. It's a bit similar to this image. What you're seeing there is an obelisk, and I think that the technology for these obelisks has been known for a long time. Electricity, Tesla type technology, and that's what you're seeing there, but it's actually made out of wood, right? It's a shell, it's wood, and then they encase it in geopolymer granite, right? And it even looks like a factory around it for generating electricity. Electricity has been known for a long, long time, okay? And there's that same obelisk, but they've raised it up and they've actually put it on some pallets, okay? Well, obviously an obelisk like that would weigh about 500 tons, so it's made out of wood, okay? And there's the obelisk again, and this is meant to be Rome, okay? So all the bullshit about moving this obelisk from Egypt and all this crap, well, they see it, guys. That's an obelisk. It's made out of wood. I don't know if you can see it right on this screen, but that's it, and that's Rome. This is back to the Alexander column, and what's happened there is, I think it's been put down twice actually, but the first one fell over, or they knocked it over to put another one down. There's the base of it there, and there's the top of it there, and it's smashed. It's actually smashed into pieces, right? This was not a natural granite lump. It was wood, right, a wooden shell encased in geopolymer granite, and could probably do the same thing, generate electricity. I mean, what we're looking at here, this is Egypt. You know, what I'm making out here is that they've sawed this huge obelisk into three pieces, and they probably had to do to raise it up, even with it being a shell, because if it wasn't a shell, guys, they wouldn't have been able to raise any of this, right? But they've got three saws there that's cut through that obelisk just off some pieces of wood holding this, and then some string, and sawn through it. Well, do you think that they'd be able to do that if it were all granite, natural lump of granite? No, they wouldn't, not at all. That's Rome, and what you see in this image is the obelisk, but on top you can see like something, it's actually a metal ball, right? This is for capturing electricity, guys, yeah. That's a Parthenon there, or the Pantheon. That's a roof, that's a round roof, that's the Pantheon there. But it's actually been buried. If you look at it, it's actually, all this site been completely buried in some disaster. That's an image of the same place. They've cleared it all away, but it looks like that they're indicating electricity here. This is something to do with the knowledge of electricity, even this god here, yeah. And this image is, this is in St. Petersburg, right? And there was an accident, and they broke this. This is actually black granite, okay? And they broke it, and it's hollow inside, and it's got a wooden shell. That's what you're looking at. So this knowledge of electricity, Tesla type electricity, and the knowledge of geopolymer granite has been known about for a long time. But it's been lost, or it's been lost to most of us, and there's only a select few that know, and I'll show you who knows at the end. This is the some big large pillars for St. Petersburg. It's on the next image, but these are actually made out of wood, okay? These are made out of wood, you know. And these are just chopping these away, because if these were anything but wood, they would not be standing on just pieces of wood and just makeshift stuff like that, okay? And then they'll coat it in geopolymer granite, and I'll show you that on this next image, because that's them there. That's what they were making inside that shop. And if you go see these today, these are actually look like they're the granite. These have been coated in geopolymer granite, and these bases have. And somebody actually did a good thing, because there's a channel that I'm subscribed to, and it's called New Earth, right? And if you go check her videos out, she goes well into all this stuff. But somebody took a little grinder and cut a little slit in the bottom of one of those pillars, and it was hollow, guys. It was completely hollow, and they filmed it, and they shoved a playing card inside, okay? This is a more realistic image. Well, it's actually meant to look like a photo, but it's a drawing. But this is an obelisk, and it's clearly made out of wood, ready to be geopolymered over, right? It seems they couldn't even lift something like that onto that ship. They had to make an hole inside its ship. So some of them earlier images, right, are just ridiculous, but yet people choose to believe it. This is a well-known site. This is in, where's this now? Like Saudi Arabia, somewhere around there. They're well-known, these things. But this is from really old times again. The generation of electricity, a world grid system, right? Tesla type technology, and these were the receivers. But this, believe it or not, is hollow, right? And if you look closer, it's actually made out of bricks inside here it's made out of bricks, and then it's been coated in a geopolymer substance, probably granite, diorite, andesite, I don't know, but you can clearly see. You can go find this image for yourself and check it out closer. Again, this is Rome, right? And that is made out of wood. That obelisk is made out of wood, and it's ready to be geopolymered, because if it wasn't made out of wood, then there wouldn't be attempting to do that. This is Rome. This is, I'm going to get into this on a different video, but Rome was actually built on a old, it's time for a different video, but I want you to see this. It's built over a so-called star fort. There's a piece of the star fort there, right? That's what I mean by star forts. I'm going to get into that into a different video, because these were actually